Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today we're gonna be going over the invasion. Right? Invasion! Help your guild defeat enemy towers this week, build a team from a troop type demon, and invade every day. Also have the week's preview, the weekly preview, whatever you want to call it, for Blighted Lands, right? Right there, week of Blighted Lands. Some news. I think Astaroth is available and event keys. We'll double check. Maybe I'll do an opening. So all that good stuff. Soulforge, invasion teams, Underspire team, event key drop table, etc. You know the deal. So let me set her up. Let me set her down on the tarmac. Is that what it's called? I don't know. The runway, sorry. Set her down on the runway here. We're at Blighted Lands, so it's in the bottom right. There we go. Trials. We'll do this like we always do while I set her up. And my elevator music. Oh yeah. Sean's here. Anita's here. How's it going? Thank you, Anita, for the gifted. Appreciate it. Running out there. Running out there to the garage.
Mana surge.
Alright, setting her up, setting her up. Let's copy that. Paste it in. Let's put the thumbnail up there. Boop. Bop. Let's do Gems of War is the game and live streams. No, I'm not AI. I. Put a couple tags. We'll just put Gems of War Invasion. Sad one, I don't know. And we're speaking English. Gems of War is the game, not Gems of Wart. Even though you could call it that, I guess. Gems of Wart. It's got some warts. Oh, hold on. Alright, jump into the chat. Jump into the chat. Live chat. Anita and Sean are here. Anita made it. Sean made it. Need to know if I should craft this troop from the Soul Forge or not. We're going to go over the Soul Forge. I'll let you know. Hit a like. Turn in your ticket to the train. Come on. Can't barge into the garage. Must identify yourself by hitting like. I did it. Pick it a thumb. Okay, got that. Okay, this on schedule. No, not that. On auto bank. I think I'm about ready. Let me just copy paste one more thing. Do that. Poop poop poop. Pow pow pow. Save. Alright, I think I'm good to go. Scroll Reborn? We'll check it out. We'll check it out. I don't think it's necessary at your level because it's not one we use very often. So you should probably just keep saving. I'm going to say that just without even looking at the Soul Forge. Most likely, no, you should not craft it, is what I would say. Very few people are... I would say to craft that. It's not bad, I don't think. One of them's good, and the other one's, like, not good, and then I like a Tyrant Scroll, but... Scroll Reborn, we'll take a look at it, because maybe there's some reason, but... I feel like the quick and dirty answer is no, you should not. Doesn't cost diamonds? Okay, we'll take a look. That's what I mean. I'll take a look at it. Looks like we're about to win. Should I just let it go? Come on, just hit him one more time. I can take off the autoplay at least. Alright, take off autoplay. What do we got? We need some damage. So green, blue, purple. Green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple. I probably made it take longer there. Let's do that. Green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple. Let's do this. They're so close. Green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple. Or skulls. Bang! Alright. So you can beat the epic trials by auto-battling. I just finished it there quicker, hopefully. I might have made it take longer, actually. I don't know. Penguin is in danger. Oh my goodness. I wonder how to get in danger. It was going across the street and a car was coming, and it's like, get out of the way, Penguin. Hurry, don't go backwards, keep going. Don't go back into the car under the wheels. Alright. Let's grab our blinkies, our stinky blinkies. Let's give it to the guild first, dummy. Guild. Tasks. Do we have all our basic tasks done? We do not, so I will work on those. 9 out of 12, 11 out of 12. Go to 11 out of 12. Complete. 610. Contribute. Now I gotta contribute another 400,000. So next up would be... They're all 9 out of 12, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go to this one. And I'll go boop, bop, beep, boop. Contribute. And that's my required amount for the guild. Now we can go grab our mail so it's not redundant. Here we go. Being in a good guild, this is what you can get if you're in a good guild. Look at all this stuff, you know that you want it. Don't be a big fish in a small pond. Make sure there's someone always better than you in the guild. Right, messages. Cool, we got some medals. Another place to get medals. And let's do our offers. Oh man, 2 that I need. I've got to get this one. It's always good. I'm gonna buy this one, but I think it's almost time to stop buying for me. It's getting close. Let's get rid of this blinky. You got gems and gems. Nice. And the campaign is restarted today. We'll look at that in a little bit. I should have put that in the title, man. Campaign. I don't know if people were more interested in the new campaign or that Astaroth is available in the event key drop table, so I didn't know what to put in the title. You gotta put invasion teams, you gotta put weekly preview. There's not enough room to put everything. But yeah, the campaign just started back up, so you got a mythic and tarot card and stuff like that in there. Especially if you buy the pass. But we'll look at that later, because first thing I always do is our invasion, our guild event. Glory Shop troop. Hold on. Get this just in case, you never know. Could be a Bork or a Centurion or a Bane of Mercy. Right here. Herald of War. So I'm not going to go over them, but I'm going to get them just in case. There we go. I'll go over them in a minute. Okay, now the invasion. Sorry. Funky Town is here. Let me look at that for you real quick since you asked early there, Sean. What do we got? We got Scroll Reborn. Okay, so it's just orbs, souls, and tarot card. I say sure, why not? You should eventually craft everything in here that you can, at least one copy of each. So... yeah, I would say why not? As long as you got the souls and the orbs. Like, don't run yourself all the way dry of orange orbs and souls. But as long as you have them, and you'll still have some left over, then sure, why not? So I changed my answer, because it's not like a typical Soulforge cycle troop. It's a troop that's always there. But remember also that it's always there. It'll be there next week, the week after that, the week after that. So, if you only have like 10 orange orbs, or you only have like 75,000 souls, you might want to wait a little bit longer just so you have a little bit extra. You don't run yourself dry, run yourself to 0 on those. But it won't use up the tarot card, you'll still have that. It's just the souls and the orbs that you want to take into account, that you have them if you need them after you do this. So if you have like 8 orbs and 50,000 souls, you probably don't want to craft it yet. You want to wait until you have a few extra orbs and a decent amount of extra souls, so you can still do other things. That's everything in the game. You never want to like run yourself to 0. Except for maybe like Ironhawk. If you run your diamonds to 0, that's probably fine. Stuff like that. Maybe Ruby Weapon if you run your souls pretty low on getting Ruby Weapon. It'd have to be something really, really, really good like that. That's going to help you every day. But Scroll Reborn is not going to help you every day. It's just a collection kind of purposes troop in the Soulforge. So you get one just because you want to get everything, but you don't have to like rush to get it because it's always there type stuff. But hopefully that answers your question. Alright, Invasion. One of the easiest guild events in the game. Let's look at the shop first. Excuse me. Excuse me, game. Alright, so we got a new weapon. I'm gonna buy up to the new weapon. Perfect time to get it. You get all this other stuff too. Look at the. I'll get all this for the weapon. I get all this stuff for the weapon. And I get the weapon. And all this stuff too. So that's, get all that stuff and the weapon. Give 46 attack and life to all demon allies, then bless them. Doesn't look too great. We'll have to look at the tempering, but first glance, just getting it for collection purposes, just getting it because you're doing the event anyway. Just getting it as another weapon for Blighted Lands. Really good value right now instead of getting it later type stuff. And in this event, the Tower Killer, you might want to get multiples, but we got to see if there's other Tower Killers in this restriction, which there probably is, I'm going to guess, because it's Demon. Let's look at that now. Let's make a team. We'll check out our Tower Killer first. Go upgradable. Alright, so we need to upgrade these. Herald of War. Destroy a road, deal damage. The first two enemies boosted by red gems destroyed, then inflict 2 stacks of bleed on them. Typical Herald. Got him. There is the Tower Killer. It deals damage to an enemy. If they are a tower, deal 3 times to 5 times damage based on my ascensions, then create 5 burning gems. So you want to fully ascend it if possible, so that way you're doing 5 times damage. Won't affect your points, but it will affect your damage both ways. Skull will do, fully trading will give you a 5 times skull damage based on ascension. So you want to fully trait, fully ascend if possible, so it does the max amount of damage. But you get the same points either way, whether you fully ascend or not. Some events you have to fully ascend the troop to get the max amount of points, but Invasion, I don't think you have to do that. It's just for to make this troop stronger. But I'm going to try to do it right here. Yeah, if you got that many souls, that sounds good. As long as you got enough of those orbs. Alright, let's, we need to ascend it. Should probably see if there's other tower killers, like you should, but, doesn't really matter to me, but if you want to make sure you're doing this, as frugally as possible, then you would want to wait and see what my team is before you use orbs on it and go buy more copies and stuff. So let's see what we can do. For teams, we have to have our Tower Killer. We have to have that specific Tower Killer. So you can't just put whatever Tower Killer you want. You have to have that specific one as Beal. So that has to be on the team. If you want points, I mean, if you want max points. And it's towers. So what are we gonna do? What about weapons? We have access to every weapon, so the ruby weapon would be very good. Should I do that for my high-level team or my mid-level team? Because I'm going to do it for one of the two. Do we have any other true damage? Bane of Ambition does a little bit. Let's see, any true damage? Any true damage? Mabasira, no. Mother of Darkness, true damage, but Okra Nose is here. Okra Poop. This one does decent. This one might be good. Nah, it's just one enemy. I don't know. Archdukey? No. Elder Dragon? No. Queen of Sin? Ooh, Scourge of Honor. Might be that. Turtling, War, Vashtagon, Chernabog. Narmel. Narmel would be a good replacement for Scourge if you don't have Scourge. Yao Gui is, yeah. Demon's decent. Making my team. Got some empowered converters. Got Marilith. Ooh, that's true damage. Some more true damage. So I think I'm going to just go down big time true damage route for the high level team. Okay, Scourge is pretty blocked there, though. We may not need him. Maybe I can make this my mid. We'll use Scourge for our... I don't know, though, then. Look how they're all blocking Scourge there. Just make it a little better. A little bit better. Maybe Narmel. Here, I'll try to make it a mid-level. But then we might need more mana generation. Probably not, though. The Ruby Weapon's probably enough damage for real, but... thinking maybe Narmel. Even though it's the same exact coloration as the Tower Killer. True Heavy Splash. Nocturnia could help us. Alright, I think I'm gonna do this, believe it or not. It's just gonna help us finish off stuff. It's not... and it's based on his colors, not anything else. But then we could just do Narmel, same thing, really. We're blocking Asbiel either way. $79 true, heavy splash damage, burn and disease, 20% chance to summon. True heavy splash damage, explode all stone blocks, stun a random enemy, 25% chance. 50% chance. This one has more of a chance to summon, I think, maybe. Nocturnia. I'm gonna go with this. This will be our mid. You can consider it high if you want because of the Ruby Weapon, but it looks pretty good. Alright, oh, we need to get up Marilith for sure. So red. A couple browns. We could do brown. See what it turns up. Are we missing? We're missing yellow. Brown, red, minus yellow. We got green, red, blue, brown, purple. So we're only missing yellow. So, guess we do that. Class, we would like to 50% start. I'm just going to do Titan. Could do. Is Plague Lord oh, it's human. I always get that mixed up, thinking it's a demon. Right, let's just do this. As long as we have our Dust Storm. Alright, let's try this one. I think it's gonna work. Marilith will get everybody up. Ruby Weapon will kill everything and then explode. And if we need more, then we got Nocturnia to finish them off, or Asbiel. Got lots of firepower, lots of true damage. Lots of destroy and explode, and some summoning right here. So pretty much everything. Let's try it. Rain is here. We did 3 times Asbiel with Gatekeeper. Sounds good. You can do that anytime in an invasion. Always a good idea. Alright, let's get up something. Alright, there we go. You can put Scourge there if you want. He's just super blocked. I mean, you could put Scourge ahead of the Ruby Weapon, but then the Ruby Weapon's only getting brown. And I think I'd rather cast Ruby Weapon than Scourge. That's why I opted out of the Scourge. Especially right now in towers, we're just trying to make it to 4 towers. Like, this is quick. This will be fast and clear everything in one shot. It'll probably still work later, too. Alright, we need... let's do this. Oop. Why don't you get up, girlfriend? How'd everybody do in the vault? Did you do good? I hope so. Did you have a good weekend? Shoot any fireworks? Do any grilling? Go to a parade? Take a hot air balloon ride? Visit a decrepit train in a garage with one of the wheels that fell off of it? Gotta find the spare. Anita is looking for the spare wheel for the train. One of the tires is flat. We're hoping that the spare tire still has air in it so we can put it on there. And then we'll have a donut. And maybe we can then make some progress once we get that donut on there. I think that's the problem. We got a flat tire on our weird train that has tires, which trains do not have tires, but farms do not have dogs that look like bears either. People do not hoverboard on the outside of a train to clothesline zombies. So it's all a convoluted, crazy story. So it doesn't matter that a train does not have tires. Let's do red. Sitting in the garage with the flat. We're looking for the spare though. Maybe we can make it happen. You never know. Nita's trying. She's all popping the trunk, looking under it. Maybe it's hanging off the back like a Jeep. Hoping it's filled up though, 'cause you know how sometimes you wait so long that your spare goes flat. And then you get a flat tire, and then you go to put the spare on, and the spare's flat. And you're like, dang, I'm about to walk either way. To call AAA. Green and brown. Alright, so that's an example of that team for you. I think you will do well with it if you use it. Marilith is in just an epic. It's not legendary or mythic or anything. Ruby Weapon, I hope you have at this point. It's been available at least 2 times. It's getting close to being 3 times maybe. Nocturnia is an underworld legendary, so very easy to get. This is almost like a low-level team. If you have the Ruby Weapon, this is a low-level team. If you don't have the Ruby Weapon, this is a nothing team for you because you don't have the Ruby Weapon. But so it is technically a low-level team because I'm calling these low-level now just because they've been in the game for so long and they're underworld troops and they're easy to get. So it's pretty much a low-level team that I came up with as the best team almost, pretty much. Because what else would be better than 50% started true damage to all enemies that explodes? I don't think anything's better than that. With Marilith getting it up. Doing also true damage and destroying the whole board. Which, you put on an Anu and now it's only like 10 mana cost or 9 mana cost or whatever. Which I should have put on an Anu. This is our backup. It's got summon on it too. Catches purple too. Which neither of these do. And then Asbeal just here for later. You know. We need it to kill a tower. A surviving tower. These get better like the deeper you go. When there's 4 towers and the towers start getting some stats, then this will get better and better. But for the early towers, this will definitely work, and it'll probably work the whole way. Alright, let's try to make something else. I don't know. We'll try to make another team. What else could we do? I think Scourge of Honor would be my second favorite out of all this stuff. Like, we have to keep Asbeal. Alright, my second favorite, other than Ruby Weapon for this event, is probably the Scourge of Honor. Probably, especially early. Could throw a Chernabog. I don't know. We gotta do our hero. So we could do Wand here, maybe. I'll pass it up. There it is. Just put Scourge in first slot. I'll put Wand in second. We got Asbeal. This one, maybe I'll do Chernobog? I don't know. Got Brown on both our troops. But then our only damage dealer is Scourge. Huh. And he's in first slot. I mean, you could use the Asbeal. I think that'd be fine still. What was I looking for? Chernobog, maybe? Oops. And we're blocking it pretty good, but it's got a Dust Storm every turn, which helps. Could do Geomancer, maybe. Just trying to make you another team. I really think that first team's the best way to go. Our Scourge dies. Could put Asbeal in first slot just to give a little bit of a buffer, and it could do the skull damage. But then Ruby Weapon is... You could put the Wand in first slot if you want. I'm gonna try that. I don't know. This is a construct. It's a demon. Construct. Alright, banner. We need brown. And we got a lot of red. Got a lot of purple, though, too. Do purple, so maybe we can overfill and get Chernobog up somehow. Brown and purple. Alright, let's try this one. I really like my first team better, but let's see how this goes. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. Just in my eyes, like, the best troop is Ruby Weapon, and then my second favorite is Scourge. So I'm trying to make a team out of Scourge now. Bane of Ambition, maybe. That was like one other one I was looking at. They're both up. Didn't take too long. Let me put on an Anu. I should have done that on the first team. This will help us get up faster. Even though half of our team is 50% started, I want to just get up that Scourge. Come on. Start them with 4 instead of 0. Now we got this. Bang. Up. Boom. Bang. We had to cast it again. We got Chernobog. That's what I was hoping for. Looking alright. I could use this. Okay, okay. Nobody's up. Just anything will get them up, though. Everything's dead. I'll do like 2 more fights with this one, and then I'll probably make a tower killer team, you know, with a weapon. Be the third team. Just all tower killers. We got this. We got this. We got this. Alright, one more time for this one. And then we'll make a really low level team. Chad with a 2! Thank you so much, bro. Running out there with Anita. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. Opening the door for her as she goes to look for the spare tire for the decrepit, decapitated, you know, rusty, floppy train. They're like, back in my day, the train ran smooth and went really fast and was kicking butt. They're starting to tell stories about it. Back in its heyday, they were there. They're in the Hall of Fame. They got the the golden jacket. They got stripes on their collar or their sleeve. Usual suspects. Let's go. Telling war stories. Remember that time? We were streaking. We almost made it over that jump. Remember that time we shot down that helicopter with the bazooka? You remember that time I was on a hoverboard on the side, hanging with one arm and then clotheslining it with the other? Remember that time when we had a Tango and Cash SUV? Remember that time when the hillbillies didn't catch us with their foot out the window? Now they're just laughing. Alright, Scourge. Until the Scourge does it one shot, this is really good. I was trying to see when that would happen. Let's do one more. Should have done that with the Ruby weapon too. But I could always add a Nisha and make it last a little longer. We do 68 true damage to all enemies. So until the towers have 68 HP, it's gonna one-shot. Right now they have 49, 44. Unless they have spell damage mitigation, I guess, but...
Mana surge.
The Rat King. Scourge of Honor is Theo Von. This is Theo Von of Gems of War. Alright, there you go. Nice, big, stinky brown storm feeding the Scourge and the Wand getting up the Scourge killing everything, the Asbiel for extra points and backup damage. Go check out that first team, because I like that one. But you could combine the two as well. Alright, let's try to make a super low level team, so... let's take all this off. We gotta do Asbiel. Weapon, we could look up construct weapons, or I mean demon weapons, sorry. Alright. Could do that. But let's see if there are other tower killers. Where would they be? This is epic. So it starts right here. We're looking for the Siegebreaker trait. I probably could just type that in. But I'm lazy. Siegebreaker. So you should already have Discordia. She talks on Discord all day. Siegebreaker, Siegebreaker, Godslayer, Siegebreaker, Siegebreaker, Siegebreaker. Godslayer, Siegebreaker, 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 Siegebreaker! And I think we're too low now. We're down into ultra rares, maybe, right? No, not yet, not yet. Any more Siegebreakers? Still not there. Just to give you more options, maybe. Or this could be all of them, I don't know. We're still in the ballpark. There's lots of demons. Pathfinder. Siegebreaker, there's another one. Sor Mordain. So this one steals 6 mana, that's pretty good. Let's put them over there just to show you. Siegebreaker, Siegebreaker. See how many there are? That's why you don't have to buy up as high. And there's another one. Create 8 red gems. The Iron Maiden. Jeez Louise, there's lots of demons. So you should have some of these at least. So it was the Iron Maiden. Okay, so let's see what the best ones are. We have to have Asbiel. We only need 3 of the best ones. Discordia, what's she do extra? If an enemy dies, convert 2 red gems to demonic portal gems. If you need a summon, that might be okay. This one, give 8 armor to all allies. So let's get him out of there. Probably. You know, it depends. His colors might work for the team, though, so... Probably... Alright, Sir Mordain is probably... Might be the best one. We've got the Iron Maiden, purple and red. Create 8 red gems. Is that better than portal gems and or armor? Probably. I think I'd go like this, just to have a yellow-brown, which is totally different than these two color-wise. Well, this one's purple-red. I think I'm just gonna do it based on colors for real. So what was that other one? Already forgot. Dang it. Who do we have? Let's just type in Siege. Jeez. Stop. Oh my gosh. Is it IE or... Okay. There we go. It's Discordia, right? Alright, now the... Well, we don't need all of these, though. We don't need all of these. What am I thinking? 6 mana. Just trying to pick the best ones. 8 red. It's the same, though. I think those are the 2 best just because of colors. You could do Discordia instead of this guy, though. Yeah, that might be... I think it's these 2. Steal 6 mana when it casts, and this one will put up demonic portal gems in case you need a summon. So that's probably the roster. I think this one can catch yellow and purple. This one can catch yellow. This one catches blue. One's got red and purple. We have to use it. Alright, weapons. I was just gonna go with some sort of demon weapon. And I'm screwing up. See what we got. Something that explodes. That's good colors for our team, hopefully. We got a brown weapon. Exploding red.
They shall feel my fury.
You don't have Gatekeeper, just use Mountain Crusher. It's okay. Just use Essence of Evil. That's fine too. Just use your wand. You got the Blood Crystal Blade, I guess, maybe. It's just not as good as far as what colors it is. But we're probably... Let's see. Let's go... What order? Asbeel's the best one. Because it's got extra magic. It's going to hit with skulls extra hard. So it should probably be in first slot. But now we're blocking Discordia. And... Nah, he still catches blue. Now Discordia is blocked, but... Could do this. Then we gotta go all in on brown, because we really want to get that weapon up. So, we got a demon centaur, and a demon knight. So I guess I'll just make myself Titan. This is for our super low level team. Hopefully y'all have... And we have to go brown. Then we'll go brown, purple. Brown has to be first. Can't minus yellow. Green we don't have at all. Okay. So there's your super low level team. All tower killers with a explodey demon weapon. Which you can replace this with Mountain Crusher or Essence of Evil. You'll be fine. We don't have all towers yet, so it won't be as impressive. But what you want to do is use Discordia and Sir Mordain for the towers right now, and use Asbeel or Aziel for the other enemies. If it comes down to that. Like right now, it's not gonna come down to that, but. Tower killers are made to kill towers, so they should be able to one-shot the towers, but they're not made to kill regular enemies. So use your tower, your siege breaker, your one you got from the shop, the Asbeal, because this one has extra magic, so it hits even harder than usual right now. So it can take care of like the regular enemies too. So use this to take out the regular enemies, and then you use the other tower killers to take out the towers. You could do all Asbeal if you want. Just do Asbeal, Asbeal, Asbeal. If you don't have Discordia and Sir Mordain, it just costs a little more. You gotta spend more gems in the shop. MJK Jets is in the house. Yoke the ham. Hiram Hawk. It's been a while, dude. Got a new avatar there? No, that's the same one. You've had that one a while. Sorry. Beg for mercy. Just haven't seen you in a while, is all. Brown. That weapon up. So every tower killer is up. I thought Sir Mordain gained back 6 mana. Like, what's up with that? Does he not do that? Steal. Okay, they gotta have mana to steal. Can't steal mana from something that doesn't have mana. There's a paid weapon from Season Pass in Soulforge. Okay, I'll take a look at it. We will be doing Soulforge pretty soon. All right, let's do this. Do a tower. Let's do this. I had an extra turn, dang it. We still got it, though. Use this to kill a tower. Can do this. And then this. Alright, let's do one more fight with this team, then I'll show you the team code, then I'll read all the chats, and then we'll get into the weekly preview. Got our weapon up, no extra turns, right? We have our Asbeal, so let's take out this Raven before it runs away. We have Sir Mordain, so this has mana. Let's hit that. What? Guess you can't steal mana from towers? That's kind of dumb. Maybe you should shoot more Sir Mordain on the regular enemies. Alright, there you go. If you just like you're a super duper beginner and you don't have Discordia or Sir Mordain, I think Discordia is pretty new though. You could do Asbeal, Asbeal, Gatekeeper, Asbeal. You could do Asbeal, Discordia, Gatekeeper, Asbeal. Just buy more in the shop and you'll get more copies. And it's super low level. So those are my 3 teams. I think you still, like, one other team that's crossing my mind is like Bane of Ambition with you know, the tower killer on top maybe to do a skull damage to the towers with some sort of weapon, mana generating weapon, something else on the bottom. That'd be the only other team I could think of. But those are my 3 teams right there. Alrighty then. Weekly preview. Let's catch up in the chat though, because I'm way behind. Waiting on Ironhawk Sean. That's good. Rain, you got to level 1700 today. Nice job. Anita said 3 Azabel with Gatekeeper. Yes, you picked the right weapon. I love it. Chad been a freaking puppet master, or been a member for 51 months, and he's also a puppet master and a freaking moderator. That's what I'm talking about, Willis. Yoke, you got 400 vault keys? That's amazing. Good job. That's what I would hope for. Chad with a 2. Anita did the gifted before the stream. Chad and Anita hanging out by the train. Rain, you did 4 gaps. That sounds like me. Yoke says some people drive thousands of miles on those donuts. I don't get it. I've done that before, like once, but I know it's not a good idea. You're supposed to just use it to get to safety, not to drive on. But I've seen people all over the place, like, using them for days and days until they go flat. But I've done that once before myself, so I'm an idiot too. Sean says I need the 3 pieces to make ruby weapon. Yeah. As a newer player, it's hard because you gotta wait for each kingdom to come around for each weapon, to collect all the weapons to make the ruby weapon. So it's a whole process that takes quite a while. Just make sure to get them when they pop up. Anita is trying to make the train not floppy rusty, you know? She's trying. Yoke says, Blighted lands this week. I have another chance for a 2030 kingdom. Nice. You talk on Discord all day, Rain? Maybe you're Discordia. Garam Hawk is here. Rain says I have 2 magic kingdoms left to get to 2030. I think me too. Yoke says I thought there was a goblin one that gave you an extra turn. Oh, is that a raid troop? Yeah. Jet said Mordain, Gothite, Tomb Lord weapon, Asbeal, Necromancer. Sounds pretty good. Gotta check out that Soulforge bag. Yeah, Gatekeeper's there to craft. Okay, so everybody should be able to have it then. Black Flame Spear is the one I'm looking for. Alright. Bane of Ambition, yeah. That was the only other thing that I could... I just, you know, ran out of time. I do 3 teams. Those are my 3 teams. But Bane of Ambition's, like, kind of there. I don't know if his, like, instant kill, like his Devour, will work on towers, though. So that was, like, my... You know what I mean? Like, I don't know... Like, one of his main things is he devours, right? And once you get to 4 towers, he's not gonna do that. But he can still throw up a bunch of skulls, still do true damage... I don't know. That's why I didn't do Bane of Ambition, but I just like Bane of Ambition, and I thought maybe that would be like the next. It's probably not in the top 3, but it's maybe number 4. Use the constant Bone Storm, yeah. If you want to go down that route of using the invasion troop up top and then having a bunch of skulls, but it's always better to kill everything at the same time, than to overkill everything one at a time. But it's more fun to have a Skull Storm going. That would be more fun. Might not be better. Alright, weekly preview. The Art of War, new epic troop, a Herald of War. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Axe of the Horde. The campaign has started. New rewards every week. Don't miss out. Just start it up. Invasion, help your guild. I already read this, but made teams for it. Go check it out. Beginning of the stream. Probably like 5 minutes in. Guild Wars is coming this weekend tomorrow to juice up the, you know, slow Tuesday stream. The crickets are out in force on Tuesday. I'll be making my Guild Wars team and my defense on Tuesday, hopefully. At least my offense. Hopefully my defense is available to set tomorrow. Week of Blighted Lands. All Blighted Lands troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Daemons, 10% to skills. And bonus glory. Herald of War, PvP, to gain 5 glory. Alright, Soulforge, first stop. Troops. Let's check out that dragon so we can get it out of the way so I don't forget. Saphirax. This is a Diamantina dragon. It's blue. So if the only Diamantina dragon you need is the blue one, then you would craft this in the Soulforge right now. Alright, let's look at the mythics. Infernus is a mythic. Suna. Huanglong. And Scaprio. So, Scaprio's not great. It's only single target damage. 50% chance to kill if they are poisoned. So it's kind of weird. When you're doing that much true damage, you're hoping to kill them. So if you then, like, instant kill them after already almost killing them, it's like a lot of overkill for one enemy. I don't really like Scaprio. Huanglong is nice. It's nice. It's like a B tier mythic. Suna, not one of my favorites. Does steal life. 2 enemies. No good traits, though. Well, Fairy Fire's okay. It's okay. It's like B-, C+. Then you got Infernus, who's solid. Super solid. Infernus and Huanglong are pretty close these days for me. Do we want splash damage to 2 random enemies, explode 5 random gems, burn all enemies in 4 or 5 gem match? Or do we want deal damage to all enemies, then their individual 50% chances to gain attack, extra turn, barrier, enchanted, or blessed? 70% skull reduction. I almost like this better these days. It's really close, though. They're both like B tier mythics these days. As a beginner, you're probably good either way, but I wouldn't, you continue to save for a top 20. Neither one of them are top 20s. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling Huanglong today. 24 blue, yellow, purple, Shintang, Divine Dragon, deal damage to all enemies. There are then 50% chances to gain 49 attack, gain an extra turn, and gain barrier, enchanted, or blessed. So all that stuff could happen, or none of that stuff could happen. But you always do damage to all enemies. And then you always have 70% skull reduction. So it's really good if everything goes off. And it's decent if nothing goes off. So usually I would pick Infernus over Huanglong, because Infernus is more consistent. 24 red, yellow, purple, Broken Spire, Divine Elemental, deal splash damage to 2 random enemies, explode 5 random gems, burn all enemies in 4 or 5 gem match. Yeah, I don't know. I could go either way. I think if 5 minutes from now, I'd probably pick Infernus as number 1. They're really close. Those are your top 2 mythics, though, Infernus and Huanglong. But don't craft them because you're looking for top 20s, not top 30s. Both solid. Next up would be Suna. 20 green, red, purple, Bright Forest, Divine Face. Steal life from the 2 weakest enemies, then steal 8 magic from the 2 strongest enemies. Fairy Fire a random enemy and matching red gems. Just okay. It's not bad. And Scaprio I don't like. So that's last. 22 blue, green, brown, Drifting Sands, Beast Fae. Deal true damage to an enemy, inflict poison and 3 stacks of bleed on them. If they are already poisoned, there's a 50% chance to kill them. The traits aren't that good, 30% skull reduction. So it just, really hates that one enemy. But you're going to have to really hate that one enemy, at least 4 times to win. You know what I mean? So it's not my favorite. So those are the mythics. The legendaries are... We got Airy, who has a special Star Storm. Does damage to all enemies. Destroys a row and column. It's okay. Got Baphomet. Decent. Does damage 3 random enemies. Vidar the Vast. Not great. Uvashka. Not amazing. So you don't want to be crafting Uvashka or Vidar the Vast. You don't want to be crafting any legendaries, but if I had to let you know which ones were the best, which I always do, it's between these two. Probably Aery's probably the best one. I don't use it very much, but it does have that Star Storm, which nothing else in the game has. It is impervious. It does do some sort of mana generation and board control and damage to all enemies, so, a B- tier legendary. It's not in the top 20. Then you got Baphomet next. Can be shinied. Deals damage to 3 random enemies. If they're burning, do double damage. Triple skull damage versus burning. It's okay legendary. And then the crappier ones are Vidar the Vast and Uvashka. Uvashka is probably slightly better than Vidar the Vast. It's impervious. It's got that Malady Curse. It can turn all purple gems to Doom Skulls. It has a summon, so it's probably 3rd place. And then this one's last place. If you don't get anything else out of this, at least know which ones not to craft. Don't craft Vidar the Vast and don't craft Scaprio. At least follow that. You know? Alright, the Black Flame Spear is here. Like Beg said, this is a pay weapon that now is the first time ever that you can get it for free to play, because I don't have it. And if I don't have it, that means it's the first time, because I'm on top of these things and I always craft them when they first come through for free. So Black Flame Spear, deal damage to the first 2 enemies, boosted by demonic portal gems, create 2 demonic portal gems. So I'm going to craft it. Now I have it. I didn't buy it. Weapons. Let's see. We got Infernal Blood Ruby. That's the invasion weapon that you're just going to buy up to. You're not going to do it here. These are always here. This one's the one I just bought for free to play. Used to be pay. Blood Blight is not good. Always here, always here, always here, always here. Gatekeeper is the one I'm using this week, so you might want to craft that. Plus it's an explodey weapon. Those are always good to get. Plus it's cheap. If you get nothing else this week, Gatekeeper would be a good thing to get. Dread Cutlass? Isn't this for something? Dread Cutlass? You might want to get that. I think it's for something. I think it's for a ruby weapon or something, right? Hold on. Is that right? It's for something. You guys probably already said it in the chat. Go to ruby weapon. And you look right there in the bottom left-hand corner. That's, I think, yeah, I can go to it. Hold on. Get down there. There we go. Dread Cutlass. So get this. More important than Gatekeeper, more important than anything. This should be the news of the week, for real. For anybody that doesn't have ruby weapon, freaking craft this thing right now. It'll take you another 38 weeks to get the ruby weapon if you don't do it now. 38 weeks. Weeks. That's a lot of time. That's like 9-10 months. You might not even be playing the game in 10 months from now. So you better get it now. Everybody out there. Hello out there. If you don't have ruby weapon, you better craft this right now. Do it. Who cares? I don't care if it runs you to 0 on diamonds, you know? Get it. 300 diamonds, 600, 15,000, 3 celestials. Do everything you can to get that and then craft it. This ruby weapon is amazing. I use it for like anytime it can be used, I'm using it. It's really, 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 really good. And this is one of the ingredients to it. And it's not going to come back for another 38 weeks. Because Blighted Lands is right now. And Blighted Lands isn't going to happen until it cycles back around, which there's 38 kingdoms. So it's going to be 38 weeks from now that this comes back. So get it. Very important. This is not good. Always here. Not good. Always here. Not good. Tool for your tool belt. If you have everything else and you want to grab something. Not good. It's not at least it hits all enemies, but not good. Not good. And that's it. So yeah. This thing, if you're free to play and you've been waiting for it, you should get it. This thing, if you don't have ruby weapon, you might as well quit the game. You know what I mean? Like if you don't get it, no, I'm kidding. But it's very important. Please get Dread Cutlass. I think there might be people out there who don't have enough jewels. But then they're going to be like, oh man, he did tell me not to waste my jewels on this and that and this and that. And then Gatekeeper if you have all that stuff. That's the Soul Forge. Alrighty then, let's go check out the shop. Kinda already did. Got the Herald of War. 13 blue red, Blighted Lands Demon Knight. Destroy a row, deal damage to the first 2 enemies, boosted by red gems destroyed. Then inflict 2 stacks of bleed on them. I don't say the 59 because that's my damage. Your damage might be different. It's basically your magic, my magic plus 3. So if your magic is 40, then it's going to be 43 damage to the first 2 enemies. So I just skipped that part. Does damage to the first 2 enemies, whatever your magic is. Reduce damage from skulls by 25%. Fireproof and grudge, so not great. These are okay for very low level players, maybe. Like arena or something, but other than that... Like at least it hits multiple enemies, at least it destroys a row, at least it has a boost ratio, at least it inflicts bleed, but it's not amazing or anything. But you always get these just because they're cheap. It's the troop of the week. You can get all this other stuff while you're getting them, so you should always get these. At least one copy. If you're high level, get it fully ascended. If you're low level, at least get one copy. And yeah, the trait stone is blue and red. So go check out all your blue and red troops and fully trait the good ones. Like the Miraji Queen is blue and red, right? 50% start your elementals. Go fully trait your Miraji Queen right now. Do this. Boom, now you have enough. Now you probably need like that many, but you know what I mean. This many, that many, whatever. Go fully trade all your blue, red, legendaries, and epics, and maybe even mythics via this. Even if you already have enough copies of the troop, like, you can still get more trait stones if you want to fully trait certain things that are really good. Only, like, really, really good stuff. Don't go out of your way to... Maybe you're doing a kingdom power, and you need a certain troop to be fully traded to close the gap, and the stone's right here, and you don't have enough. Or maybe you're a beginner, and you just got Miraji Queen, and you don't have enough Arcane Blood trait stones, so... You can get them right here instead of farming them or whatever. It's just glory. Oh, event key drop table. This will be exciting because I think Astaroth is available, which is another pay thing. I think. Yeah, it was a pay thing. It's like a campaign mythic, right? So we're getting a weapon. A pay weapon today, free to play. And we're also getting the mythic that people paid for free now. Hopefully. I got to use a bunch of event keys probably, but I only got 4,648. That's going to be close. That's why I always say don't waste your event keys, because you should be using them on very specific troops. For me, it's the one, the little bit of mythics I'm missing because they're pay mythics, that when they eventually come around, that's what I use my event keys on. For other people, you'd save up your event keys for Ironhawk, or Takshaka, or Pharaoh Khafru, or High King Irongut, or something. For me, it's to, like, pick up the mythics that I didn't buy. Or, or their PvP mythics. I guess those only come through the Soul Forge, right? So, I'm gonna do it, but let's look at the drop table first, and we'll check the chat. Go base rarity. Blighted lands. You're only gonna get Blighted lands troops. Show all. Alright, so Amnesia is trash. She's one of the things you could get. Astaroth, I think, is there, according to the forum. This you cannot get, because it's PvP immortal. Succubus Queen has come in clutch here and there. I used her in Guild Wars, and I use her ever so occasionally. She's okay. She's not, like, amazing. She wasn't even in consideration for our top 20 mythics, but I have used her a couple of times, and because she's in a crappy restriction, usually, so she's like the cream of the poop. The Archdukey, some people use this. He does do an instant kill, but I don't use him very much. That's why I call him the Archdukey. He has no good traits. And that's it. So, if you are trying... Well, we can look at the legendaries, I guess. You can't get Demonic Sentinel. Got Baphomet. Can't get the Devil. Can't get Two of Wands. Can't get Nocturnia. You got Infernal King. Some empowered converters, like Lamash 2. And that's it. So, not a good one. Not a good one to be throwing event keys at. You should probably not do that. Best case scenario, you don't have Astaroth and you get it, and while you're doing that, you get Succubus Queen and Archdukey and Infernal King and some empowered converters. And there's way better kingdoms to be throwing your, event keys at. But I'm going to do it because I don't have anything else to use them on except for pay mythics and stuff. So let's make sure people are getting it. Oh no, has nobody done it yet in my guild? Astaroth, right there. Just gotta see one person. That means it's available. Space Wolf just found a mythic Astaroth. We know it's possible. But am I gonna get it? 4,648. If you look at the ratio here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 mythics. So the theory is that you want 1,000 event keys per mythic. So if I want one mythic out of the 4,000 event keys should do it. That way, just in case I get Omniscia, I get some Succubus Queen, I get the Archdukey, and hopefully I get Astaroth. But you could get 2 Omniscias and 2 Archdukeys, so that's why 4,000 really doesn't feel that comfortable to me. I would rather have 8,000 or 5,000 or 7,000. But 4,000 probably the bare minimum. You know, I could get lucky. I could get lucky and get Astaroth on 200 event keys, but if I was like, gun to my head, I had to get Astaroth, I would want the more the better, right? 4,000 plus. 8,000 would be great. That's why you gotta save up so many, because it's hard. I might get Omniscia 5 times here and nothing else. I might get Omniscia, Succubus Queen, and Archdukey just back, you know, over and over and over and not get Astaroth. So you gotta save up your event keys. But let's see what we can get. Oh, baby! First try. Dude, I needed that. My event keys have been, like, so low. Finally, when I have to spend them, I get it on my first hit. That's crazy. I've seen people on the forum that shot, like, 5,000 and didn't get it. I've also seen somebody else that's shot 200 and got it. So, could go either way. We got it on our first hit. What up, John Heflin? I just got a new mythic, a pay mythic. Jam Rix is here. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying. Thanks for the info, Beg. Yoke says, how do people get their immortals to level 30 so fast? Are they paying money to do that? That's probably part of it. Because you can buy stuff in PvP that helps you to get burning marks, that you open more burning marks, and sure, that is part of it. I mean, just playing PvP a ton and also spending money is probably the strat. Put a lot of time and effort and hours into PvP and also spend a little bit of money, and that's the only way you would be able to do that. You've got the ruby weapon, Daniel? Congrats, that's a really good one. That's one of the best accomplishments in the game these days, I would say. I use the ruby weapon. You see me every week I'm looking for it, just to see if it's going to be one of my teams. So, congratulations, Daniel. That's amazing. Sean says I will craft it when I get done with this battle. Good morning, Jam Rix. Rain says Dread Arquebus will be in the Soulforge on November 10th, another ruby weapon. So even more people will have it in November. Nice. John is here. Hello. Rain says the Broken Spire weapon for ruby isn't until after February. So everybody should have it by February, as long as they get the one today. A lot of people will have it by today, a lot of people will have it by November, but everybody should have it by February, right? If you miss the one today, you're going to have to wait all the way till next... You're going to have to wait 9 months instead of just till February. There's a pay mythic in the event keys, yep. It's from a campaign from months ago. Takshaka is in the event keys next week. Alright. So most people should just save their event keys. Don't do what I did. The only reason I did that, even if you're missing Astaroth, you shouldn't do that. The only reason I did that is because I'm super in-game and playing for 8 years. I have everything in the game. If Takshaka's in the event keys next week, don't do this. You know, unless you have Takshaka, but you save your event keys for Ironhawk and Takshaka and Pharaoh Khafru and High King Irongut and stuff like that. You don't do this. But this was right for me. Mr. Z is here. You were slightly less lucky, tried 50 keys and failed, then 200 and got it. Nice. Yeah, anything under 1,000 is great. I would have took it. PvP pass will help. Yep, spending money. Same deal. Alright, one hit. Got it. Damage to all enemies boosted by demonic portal gems, then explode one gem for each demonic portal gem. 50% chance to create one demonic portal gem when my turn begins. So not like a great mythic or anything. They never really are. They don't want to like the hassle of people complaining about a pay troop being very awesome. So the best thing they've ever put in the game for money was the ruby weapon. They do not want to have to deal with that smoke. So they usually don't make it amazing. So I'm not getting like an amazing mythic here. If they wanted to make more money, they would, but I think the smoke they would get would be way worse than the money they would get. I think if people are buying those things, they're already buying it. It would only intrigue a couple more people if it was amazing. I think people buy stuff or they don't. I don't know that. I think making a pay mythic amazing would intrigue a couple of extra people, but you would get so many complaints from all the other people, it probably wouldn't be worth the couple of extra people getting it. So usually it's not that great. Usually it's kind of mid, like the pay mythics and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna like be using it now, but I now have one less thing I don't have. Oh, let's just reset. Clear filter. Unowned. Base rarity. Still missing quite a bit because there's lots of pay stuff in the game, but it's one less one that I'm missing now. This is all the stuff I'm missing. Mostly either, I think almost everything is pay or PvP. Pay or PvP. So pay or gold mark. The only one that isn't is this. This is PvP. Like I don't think I can get that yet. That's pay. Yeah, I think almost everything here is, and except for this. Demonic Sentinel and Horde Mimic are the only two that aren't pay or PvP. The only non-PPs are this one and this one. The rest are PPs. I'm pretty sure. Might be like one outlier. That's all the troops in the game I'm missing. And the more troops they add, the more impressive that gets. But the longer the list gets, too. There was a time where I was only missing like 2 or 3 or 4 troops. Now it's like up to 20. There's so many pay troops. Alright, so that was the event key drop table. Don't do it. Unless you're me. What else? What else is going on this week, y'all? I don't have the calendar up, but I think I remember. Today is Invasion. So I got 3 teams on the beginning of this stream for you. It's a Blighted Lands week. Blighted Lands Underspire, Epic Trials, Weapons in the Soulforge, Event Key Drop Table, Glory Shop Troop. There's a new campaign that just started. We'll go over that in a minute. Tomorrow is... It's Blighted Lands, so... Oh no, it's what is it called? Blighted Lands. It is Fell Roost. Then we got Old Boney on Wednesday, the new pet, Old Boney. Thursday we have Diabolist class event, right? And also the Guild Wars starts on Thursday. So set your defense before Thursday, not... Don't wait till Thursday. Set your defense on Wednesday, Tuesday, something like that. And then have your offensive team ready by Thursday. And then it's Guild Wars on the weekend. It's a red restriction. So any red troop or weapon you can use for that. Which includes Ruby Weapon, Wanda Stars, Takshaka, right? Chrysanthrax, Stellarix. A lot of people are going to be using that stuff, but not me. So hopefully everybody defends against that stuff, and then my team will come in clutch because it's not using any of that. But that's what's going on this week. Let's look at the campaign because it's new. Right? Brand new, right? Just came in. Got this Blood Moon pet. Looks pretty cool. Cosmetic. Groshnock. Got this no. That's the artifact. The artifact looks like a weapon, huh? First time that's happened. Portrait. More pet. More artifact that looks like weapon. It's kind of not smart, right? Portrait. Pet. Here's the weapon. Splash damage, boosted by enraged gems, then explode 3 enraged gems. Artifact that looks like weapon. Confusing. Anything else? Probably a tarot card and a mythic, right? At the end. Getting books, you know? Getting books. Book of Deeds. Little orb there. Here's your tarot card. King of Swords. 5 attack to all allies, 7% chance of next turn for each yellow gem on the board. Usually not very good. The Empress is good, but most tarot cards are just... Alright, here's the mythic. Cragrack's Blood Skull from Groshnock. It's a mouthful. Cragrack's Blood Skull from Groshnock. 24 blue, red, brown, orc. Holding his stomach like he's pregnant. Maybe he has IBS. Got a kidney stone. Gotta take a poop. Deal heavy splash damage to an enemy and a random enemy boosted by enraged allies and enemies. Then create 5 enraged gems. Enrage and barrier a random ally when matching 4 or more gems. Impervious. Just like I was saying about Astaroth, it's just kind of okay. It's alright. It's cool. It's okay. It's mid. Kind of mid. You could enrage and barrier your whole team while doing decent damage to the whole enemy team, but you're probably not killing the enemy team. You're probably not making a synergetic team out of Orc from Groshnock either. You know? It's okay. It's not great, though. Like always. Campaign tasks. Just do all these and you'll get more stuff. Looks like red deeds is the main thing to look at here. What color deed you're getting. And we're getting magic. Because Blighted Lands is a magic kingdom, right? Weird artifact, though. Check it. So, like a weapon. It's just, I can't get over that. Why make it look like a weapon? Next time, they're going to make it look like a troop. Let's make the artifact look like a troop next time. Just a weapon that gets cooler and cooler. Underspire. I think we will be wrapping up the stream after this, so let me know if you have any questions or any whatever, or you want to keep it going longer or anything like that, because it's ending very soon. Sorry. Do appreciate your presence, though. You could be anywhere else. You guys are awesome. Love the company. Tent poles. One of our tent poles is kind of getting short and rotted, but, you know, we still got it. It's still there a little bit. Alright, let's go. What would I do for this? Probably just make my best team and that's it. I don't know. Got Fiendfire. Got Gatekeeper. Okay. So we either want to do damage to all enemies or mana generate. Omniscia, Astaroth. I wonder if he's the best for this. I mean, he hits all enemies. Vomit. Yeah, this is kind of stinky. This restriction's kind of stinky. Wow. Yeah, that's butt. This is one of the worst you could have. I don't like it. I'd probably do Nocturnia, honestly. Like, over these mythics. I'd rather do a Nocturnia than these mythics. I mean, he's not leveled up yet, but let's level him up. $64 damage, that'd be okay early. I don't know, I think the best team is probably something like that.
They shall feel my fury.
And like anything mana generation wise, like maybe Lamash too. I don't really want to convert away purple if I don't have to, I guess. Got Herald, blue to purple. We're not using blue at all.
I call upon the shadow flame.
That's the best way to go. And we'll just go with Titan so we can keep our front slot. If you start losing your first slot, move it down. Early though, you're just going to want to get everything up. So you want it first so it catches every bit of mana it can. All the brown. Do brown banner, our whole team's brown. And I think I'll just do yeller. Hopefully. No, of course it minuses purple. I think I have to do that. Alright, so this would be what I would use. Nocturnia has some summoning. The weapon has some summoning. Got an empowered converter. Got a explodey weapon that's gonna do a status effect. I think we could get through the whole event like this. If you start losing Gatekeeper, just move this down one. And it should take you the whole way through. And it's a very low-level team, too, so... definitely not making another one. No need. Could use Astaroth early. I wouldn't hate that. I should have checked this. Blue to purple. No. Matching brown's pretty smart, because we get rock solid. Any extra turns? Right here. Any more? No. Use an Anu. Make this a little faster. Got two Nocturnias that are both doing true damage to 3 enemies. Everybody should get their free lantern, whether or not you're even going to do the freaking Underspire, because they roll over. Let's put our Anu is on. Okay, duh. Right, let's do like 2 more fights just so you get the idea. Brown to get our barrier, maybe? We should take skulls, especially early, because then they're all dead. Alright, highest level, we got level 14, we got level 11. So level 14 is the way to go. This will be the last fight of the stream. Let's do brown to get our... Now let's do this. Get yellow too. Get a kill. Mana Surge. Grab that just in case. I'm a true damage fiend. Because why hit armor if you don't have to? The more armor and HP they get, the less your Astaroth is going to work. It's going to hit their armor first. This will skip right by their armor. 75. Until they have 75 HP. I mean, it's... And it's true heavy. It's not like just true splash. True light splash. It's true heavy splash. It's doing 75%. of the 75 to the adjacents, right? And it has all the summoning on it. 50% chance there, 20% chance there. This has summon. This converts blue to purple to get these up. So it's a synergetic, good team that should be able to make it the whole way. And it doesn't even have a mythic on it. And it has a Underworld Legendary. And this is in the Soul Forge. And this is just a epic. So pretty accessible team. Is the best team for the Underspire. Only other thing I could think is like Fiendfire with Astaroth with maybe 2 empowered converters or something. Here's the team code if I didn't already show it. Alright, anybody else? Anything else? Anything else? Anybody else? Anything else? That's about it. Tomorrow we'll do Faction Event and Guild Wars. So something to look forward to. Same time, same place. Still kind of doing the same schedule, even though, you know, it's not quite working out, but I'm still on it right now. So every day posting, streaming Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday's P99, Thursday right now is Dark Souls. We're almost done with that, though. Then maybe we'll do something different. P99's been on Sunday, but that could be pretty much whatever. It's just whatever I have at that week. Could be Gems of War extra video, too. I'm trying to throw out a couple of extra videos. I don't know if it's happened yet this month, but it did happen last month. Chatathon will be at the end of the month, like always. That's what's up. So, Faction Event, Guild Wars tomorrow. And then, Guild Wars, you'll see me do my fights. I might stream Thursday. Just by the way. I might just stream Thursday instead of... So watch out for that. I might stream Thursday because it's Guild Wars. So that would be an extra thing that I haven't mentioned yet. Thursday might stream because it's first day of Guild Wars. Then we'll have Friday stream, Saturday stream, and then I might just record my Sunday fights and put them out. I don't know, but we'll see. No problem, Jam Ricks. Thanks for being here, man. Tent poles. We need all kinds of people. Cragrax looks bloated. He doesn't look happy about it either. Look at his face. Last 2 times I used event keys, they were like 4 to 6k keys each time, and I got 0 mythics. I feel ya. There was one, I needed like a 3rd Caffroo one time. I needed like another pay mythic one time, and it took me like so many. That's why I only had 4,000. Like that 4,000 is me rebuilding for months and months and months and months. So I was like, when I was clicking that button to go for Astaroth, I was like, oh geez, here we go again. So luckily, finally, my luck evens out there on event keys. And now I can continue to build them so I can get the next, whatever pay troop comes in next to the event key drop table. You bought the pass already? Good job. I approve of any kind of pass, I would say. Death Knight armor and then passes. Everything else is kind of dookie and not worth it. There might be like one thing that you could mention maybe, like Ring of Wonder or whatever, but I don't really like that. I think Death Knight armor, as soon as you start the game, is you paying for the game, and then buying the passes as they come in. Campaign Pass, Kingdom Pass, PvP Pass. As those come in, they're not that much, and they're not every week, so not that much money. And then otherwise, you should probably give it to YouTubers who are helping you save money and time. That'd be the next best investment. 50-50 shot on stream Thursday? Yeah. I mean, it lets me, like, not have to think about it or make a video, so it is kind of pretty more likely than not. I would say a 75% chance for Thursday. The one thing that makes me not want to do it is that it's Guild Wars, and they're tough fights, and it could go horribly. But that's also exciting. And then, like, it's a no-brainer to stream. Like, I don't have to think up what video I'm going to do. I just fire up the game and play, and we're doing the thing that's happening. So, if I don't feel like thinking on Thursday, and I feel like showing my Guild Wars, I'll probably just fire up the stream. So I'd say like a 75% chance that I'll stream Thursday. 100% or 90 something percent for Friday and Saturday, but 75 for Thursday. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks for joining me today. Yoke the Ham, JM Ricks, MJK Jets, Rain, Mr. Z, Yoke the Ham, Rain, John Heflin, Sean was here today early. Beg for Mercy, Yoke, Jets, Rain, Hiram Hawk. Got Sean, we got Chad with a 2. Thank you so much, bro. Really, really, really helps. And being a member. All the members. I always forget to say it, but you guys are helping a lot, too. Just being a member. Sean in Funky Town, Texas. Okay, Anita was first, and she put a gifted on the ghost train, so that helps a lot, too. We made a big bad $7 today, y'all. So thank you so much. Anita was first, Sean was second, and Funky Town was third. YouTube. Who do they like the most? They like Rain is number 1 with 150. Chad is number 2 with 125. And Sean and Yoke are tied for third as far as YouTube's top people. And yeah, special shout out to Anita and Chad. Thank you for being that tent pole. Keeping the train company. Looking for the spare tire. Still in the garage this month. We're halfway through the month and we haven't even made it out on the tracks. But it is what it is. I might try Amazon Flex. I might try DoorDash. I don't know. Might sell naked pictures on the corner. I might put the fries in the bag, bro. I don't know. Go check out the community tab post. Love you guys. You're the best. Thanks for being here. You could be anywhere else. Peace out.